back to another episode of the Bunny Vape TV. I'm Heather, and today I have a very special guest with me. This is not only my really good friend and my roommate, but also a really awesome coworker of mine, Andy Wright.
I am a manager or assistant manager at Columbia Vapors Null, and I help out with ordering juice.
Yay! So Andy today is going to be helping me out with the juice review, and since we both work for the Vapors Null, I working at Pasadena location, him being at Columbia, we decided that today we're going to review one of our very own juices. It's called AGL. AGL is a sugar cookie with peppermint sprinkles on it. So Andy, tell me, how did AGL get its name?
It actually started with my boss at Columbia. He wanted to make a flavor that was perfect for him, and he called it Andy Got Lucky, sugar cookie peppermint sprinkle. So different Andy, but I think that's basically the story.
I think that's it. And he does vape it all the time. It's all he vapes.
He's been vaping it for like 2 straight years.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone could do that, honestly, because I can't even vape one flavor for like more than a couple days without getting tired of it myself.
Yeah.
But, so yep, today it's AGL at Zero Nic Max VG, and we're going to give it a go. So, Andy, go ahead and vape it, and then just tell me what you think about the flavor. Exhale, inhale, anything that you want to say about it.
Quite good, quite good. I get a sugar cookie, mainly on the exhale. On the inhale, you definitely get a really cool blast of peppermint. Hits you in the face. The smell is pretty good, just from exhale. I always like to do, they call it the Justin, and they just go. You just switch back and forth.
Why do they call that the Justin?
That's just because that's how our juice maker, that's how he tries his juices. He goes back and forth.
I don't know if I could handle that. My nose is running today, so if I try to do that, it just
might avalanche. I think I need a drip.
You know, I'm kind of sad because anytime I smell AGL, I always smell the sugar cookie, and it smells so good, but I never taste it. I never taste it. I only ever get the peppermint sprinkles, so it's just peppermint cooling. I mean, it feels good, especially when it's hot out in summer, but I don't get that cookie flavor, and it kind of bothers me.
Sometimes I get the exact opposite. Like, sometimes dessert flavors during the summer make me feel even more muggy than, like, before.
Yeah, usually. But I guess because I can't taste the cookie, that's why it's not really bringing me down with the mugginess. Because, yeah, dessert flavors do tend to feel heavier in the summer. Because you're already hot as it is. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not a bad flavor. I just wish I could taste the cookie more.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Andy Henderson himself says when he vapes it, it goes back and forth week to week from sugar cookie to peppermint. And he will some days not even taste the peppermint. And everyone laughs and is like, no, you can only taste the peppermint. It's like...
Well, the funny thing about this is,
it's...
I mean, again, I say this in all of my videos, and I'll say it again. Taste is subjective. It is. I taste nothing but peppermint. I can smell the sugar cookie, but I don't taste anything but peppermint. Whereas Andy here is lucky enough to be able to taste that sometimes, or all the time, or I don't know.
It's only on the exhale.
Only on the exhale. I don't even get that. Yeah, I mean, taste is really subjective, so even if someone says that they don't like a juice, that's okay. It just means that they don't taste what was meant to be tasted, necessarily. And it's okay to not like a juice. I can't really give a full-on opinion of this juice because I can't taste what I'm supposed to be tasting, except for the peppermint. But I guess as far as a peppermint goes, I'm not really like a minty, mentholy kind of a person in my vape juices, but it feels really good right now because it's really hot outside, so I appreciate it.
I don't know.
I think I may have gotten some... I can't tell.
That's what I guess my next question would be, like, other than this, how often have you had AGL?
I I think I only had AGL maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And then changed my cotton immediately because I wasn't really a big peppermint fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even just eating peppermints, I don't like peppermints. I like spearmint. That's my jam. But I don't like peppermint flavored things. But I was just like, but it's a cookie, and I love sugar cookies, so it's the only cookie I eat.
Since we both work at vape shops, it is really easy to just kind of walk in to work and then fill up a 33 ml of whatever juice you want to vape that day.
Like AGL.
Mm-hmm. But the problem with it sometimes is, especially if you're like me, I like to jump all around the menu. I don't really have like a
Same.
favorite flavor. Is sometimes you'll make yourself a bottle and you'll vape like maybe a quarter of it, and then you're just like, ooh,
I don't really want
this
that.
changed. Well, sometimes, at least for AGL for me, it's usually it changes for the better. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
okay, now it tastes.
Well, that's also giving into steeping time as well, because knowing when we first make a juice, it's fresh, it does taste how it's supposed to taste. But when you give it a little bit of time to just sit there and steep and, gain the flavor, you put it in again, and then you're like, oh, that's nice, or oh, that's not so great, because the flavor develops more over time. So you'll be able to give it a better shot later on. So if you do go somewhere where they make in-house juice, and they make it there for you on the spot, sometimes it might be better off to just like give it like 2 or 3 days even before vaping it to actually get the full flavor.
Okay.
I know a lot about steeping. Also, random little fun fact for you guys. I don't know about you, but when I'm at work, we have the Knoll Originals now, which are our 4 or 5 most popular flavors.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5?
I think it's
Either
5
one.
or 6.
Yeah, so I'll say 5 then. I think it's our 5 most popular flavors of our juice. They now put into premium bottles. Still sold at the same price if it's a 34 ml. It's still $11.99, but they're using higher quality nicotine, the glass bottles, and higher quality concentrates for them. Used for more wholesale purposes to get them out to more people. And also it is better for shipping and everything. But we have had quite a few people come into the store and they'll look at the Knoll bottles and they'll notice, because they're all right next to each other and they're all in flavor order and nicotine order, they're just like, how come Grape or Melon Chill is really, really red?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, the reason why you'll notice like a certain flavor at a 0 is clear and then it's a little darker, a little darker, a little darker, the more nicotine you put in it, there's your answer.
Mm.
It's because of how much nicotine is in there, and it's a nicotine acting or reacting with the flavors that are in there to create a color and then to create the darkness of the color. So don't be scared if you see that someone's juice is like 10 times darker than yours, but you have the same juice. It's probably because they have a different nicotine level, and it could also be combined with the fact that maybe they had theirs a little bit longer.
Juice also darkens naturally over time. That's part of steeping. But I would say, unless your juice is like lavender blue or like some sort of crazy color, you're
Yeah,
fine.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like a crazy color, if you can tell it's artificially colored, not so good for you. Still vapable, but honestly, it's just one more chemical going into your body. And
Exactly.
at that point, I'm just gonna say it's up to you. Just know what you're doing and be safe about it. Either way, though, just don't freak out if you see that your juice changes color or it darkens over time. The only thing I would recommend to you is don't let your juice sit in direct sunlight. Don't leave it in your car, especially in the summer, Andy. And
Only once.
No.
3, 4 sometime.
But either way, just stay safe out there vaping. Don't leave your batteries in your car, especially during summer. Don't let them hit with loose change because you will short out the battery. Just kind of know what you're doing. And if you don't know if something is good or bad or in between, go to your local vape shop and ask them.
Don't go online.
Yeah, don't go online. You're going to find way too many people that think they know what they're talking about. That's why I'm trying not to give too much. But just go into your local vape shop, ask them questions, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help.
It's very important for everyone to sort of develop their own opinion, but there are some guidelines that you're going to have to follow. Make sure you're safe.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Well, guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of eBenny Vape TV. This is Andy Wright, my awesome, super duper awesome, cool guy, coworker, friend, and roommate. And, Scottish pride, y'all. So, we'll catch you next time. Bye!